Right, guys. We got us an upper division set here. Got Bad Grandpas going against Matr Pectus. So this should be a good one. There's a lot of people that were looking forward to watching this game, so it's a good thing that printers came through, able to spectate this, allow us to stream it. Here. Okay, I do believe I'm going to solo cast this for you guys. That way it is able to be streamed, but it should be a good game. So we got pretty standard bands here. A Tiamat and a set. I don't know about this set band. Set has gone through a few games, and he has not done very well in either of those games. But maybe somebody over on Modern Practice is really good on set. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. This is game one. This is the beginning of the set. That is a Chiron band now. Chiron is a very contested pick in this meta right now currently. Usually always gets top picked. Able to abuse and lead pretty effectively. Got a Selbuk band, pretty standard. Morgan band, that's interesting. Somebody over in Bad Grandpas must have a pretty nasty Morgan. We're thinking pretty hard about this final band here. As this final band usually decides the first 3 picks of the set. And Athena band. Often a band that global support. Pretty centered band. So this hovered and locked in. Soul's really been picked up a lot lately.
The moon will purify this land.
Is locked in.
You shall not pass.
And Giannis is locked in. Mace is a very good Giannis. Our Pectus responds to the Suki and this Giannis pick.
Where are you going?
Lock in their solo laner pretty early. The Ymir gets hovered. Finally, a Ymir game. I don't know, it's not locked in yet.
Greetings, friend.
Capri gets locked in. I like the Capri into the Suki a lot. If this Suki ults in and commits to somebody, and if he's not able to get that kill, for whatever reason, maybe with a Capri ult, and that Suki does put himself out of position a little bit. And I do like the Ymir pick coming out of Bad Grandpas. Those Ymir walls are pretty nasty for objectives. An Kwang band, that's interesting. Okay. Hopefully we get to see this Kwang sometime during the set. The honor band comes in. And this is Susano band. That Grandpa's targeting out the jungle here for the second set of bands. And there's the King Arthur band.
Another performance
Apollo
already.
locking in.
I guess they
Bad
can't get
grandpas.
enough of me.
Thanatos is being hovered.
Even gods must heed the
When
scales
the
of
Nemesis
fate.
gets locked in, this Ymir 7 will have to be very careful with this Nemesis. This Ymir gets Capri hogged into a Nemesis ult. That's going to be a very swift death. Raj is a pretty standard pick coming out of mid lane. So we'll be going to the dual lane then. See what bad grandpa's locks in here to round out their solo.
You are finished!
The Achilles. I mean, Suki and Achilles are kind of flexed. I mean, they could go either way, jungle or solo, but I do think it's an Achilles solo. And we do have our team set. Now we're just going to wait to load in. And we're going to get into the game. These are both strong teams here, so it should be a good game. No? Okay, I do believe. Can they see this right now? Okay, so it is going to be a Suki solo. I believe Bach is their solo laner and Chobi is their jungle. So it's going to be a Suki solo and a jungle Achilles. So this should be very interesting in that solo lane. I believe Mace is having a little bit of trouble loading in. He is able to load in. So you're pretty standard builds so far. A blink on the Kakula. And we do have a pause coming up. Maybe somebody needed a quick bathroom break. See, we got 2 beads and a blink so far. Nothing too crazy. Everything's pretty standard. The unpause comes through. Okay, I'd like to see more blinks coming out. That's an onk for the Suki? No, that was a misclick. He's immediately sold out for the beads. Capri does have blink. That's 3 blinks to the side of Matr Pectus. A Ymir blink and an Achilles blink. That should be interesting.
Minions have spawned.
These look like pretty standard starts. What is this, Achilles? He's just kind of, there we go. Yeah. It's gonna be pretty interesting with the blinks on the supports. Let's see if they're gonna get aggressive over here in the duel lane. The Ymir and the Apollo are able to get pressure, Minos press there with Apollo passive and Ymir. Do believe there's gonna be a blink coming out of it. Yeah, that's a Nemesis blinking on the right, on the mid laner, on Giannis. It's the Ymir blink coming out now. First blood goes to the way of Engo on Mace to the face. Ymir maybe biting off a little too much. Should get out safely. Scarecrow does have his blink available though. An Achilles gank maybe? No, it's not in the right position for it. There's a Capri hug. That should be a kill. Yeah, like Capri out of position a little bit. Nemesis dash coming in. Beats, it should get him out. There's Apollo beats down though. Matr Pectus is having a great start right now. First blood to the to their jungle, then their second kill to the carry. Face to the face struggling a little bit. 3 spawns and then I believe that was a solo. There's only 1 assist to the Capri, so face to the face respawning and getting soloed by a chef. Chubby Ninja was able to strip away Matr Pectus' backhand on the solo side, but I don't think that was worth everything that just happened. Another solo! Matr Pectus getting a few solo kills out here. Just Cullen having a little too much pressure. I mean, the red buff is getting pinged. I think that's a defensive ping. Ymir is rotating over to this, but this Raijin is here to help the Nemesis. I think they're trying to disengage here and just take the red buff and run. I think they're going to try and fight this. It's a very successful invade with kills, and now these oracles are going to be pretty massive for this set, I think. This Nemesis ganking. This is a very strong lead for Matr Pectus so far. The Apollo getting aggressive, the mess. I think the Sapphireid should get her out. She's staying in. Okay, they're just letting her. Okay, the Sapphireid a little too strong. That's Mtons getting another solo kill on Bacchus, but they are able to trade this time. There's a lot of fighting here. Capri gets walled off. Fights his way around. He should have his hug available. Yeah, the Apollo beats are down from earlier. It's the solo. The minions though. The minions are just a little too powerful. Contact picking that up. He was able to get a kill on the Apollo though. The Apollo didn't get an assist for that, but that's still a kill. So this out of the soul. Mtons is looking to fight. I think he knows that this early in the game, I think Cullen just out pressures this game, especially with a little lead that he's got himself. He's just looking to fight. Apollo coming in on for the Capri. He's safe though, he's out. That is Apollo down, so that is definitely going to be communicated to the jungle. That his ult is down. So this Apollo's going to have to be a little bit careful. Face to the face is really having a rough time right now. And another kill over on Bach is Matr Pectus is looking extremely strong right now this set. He seemed to be having an answer for everything. Like this is Matr Pectus titillator just invading by himself. He was not able to get it, but kind of confident confidence and pressure you need to have for your mid laner to just go and invade by himself this early at 5 minutes. That is down down. So the blink hug coming out of the hug bug. Although I think he might have made a mistake there. I think this is going to be... Oh no! The execute off the mark because of the Giannis portal.
Killing spree.
Mace in the face goes down again. Mace in the face is just having a rough game this game one. Miscommunication that he still dies for. The root comes through. Wall is able to shield the damage. While able to keep him safe along with this freeze. I want Matr Pectus. I'm looking pretty confident this game. 10-2 in 5 minutes. This is a 2,700 gold lead in 5 minutes. 300 XP. They're going for the early Scorpion. I like it. They know they have pressure and they want to push it even further. As an early Scorpion.
Are you ready?
Pectus is just pushing this lane down. This is a 6-minute 1v2. He gets the buff, forces his ult, and walks out. This is a 6-minute solo laner behind the T1, between towers. This is a 3-1 Kakulin in 6 minutes, yeah, that's about right. This man is a raid boss at this point. Looks like Chubby is coming around the right side of the mid lane. Looking for... No, the Capriel a little too strong there. Yeah. The Nemesis ult onto Chubby Ninja, not until he gets out.
I thought I protected my heel.
Gold Fury is up now. And Matr Pectus does have a lot of pressure. Might be looking for this once they're able to reset and regroup. I think Kepri would have to back. He's out of mana. A lot of poke coming out of the solo onto Buzz. This solo down though. And Paul does that ult still. I do believe that was communicated that he is letting Nemesis was looking for a gank there, but she ran into Ymir. Looking for a gank in mid now on the Giannis. Should be saved. Nemesis might not know that Chubby's around the corner. Oh, they're just gonna disengage that. That's Beads being forced out of the Suki by this Cullen. Cullen just has he's got so much pressure over here on this lane. If Ymir backs here, Apollo could be in. He didn't back. That's okay. Claude has no idea that Capri's behind him. He did not get the hug off though. That's unfortunate. That mess coming in right on time. The slows are too good. Slows are just a little too powerful. There are no pings pinging on Gold Fury. No, they're not going to go for it yet. Soto's have to back. Khan is caught out. That's his beads. That's a win. All Capri did was walk around, and he was able to get Giannis beads. Ymir comes swinging around the back. He might be getting caught out here if they turn on this Ymir. Yeah. The hug does not come out. The neutral camp here. Soul has started to pull Gold Fury. Apollo is backing, but if he knows that they're on gold, he does have his ult up. Pings are being called out. Capri-Tron is zone, buying time. They should burn this. Yeah. Apollo is in the air right now. He's about to fly in. Capriel coming out trying to save the Nemesis. It might too early. Yep. Then Apollo able to clean that up. If they're able to get out, this is still this is a 2 for gold now.
I love this feeling.
They do lose. They do lose their jungle and their mid gold. I think that's about even, considering they were 3-0. There's Apollo beads. Apollo getting a solo kill in the 1v2. I'm respecting that Apollo passive. Emtum is able to rotate. I believe he did miss his ult over there, but he is able to pick up the kill on Apollo. He's able to rotate off with the massive lead that he's got over in solo and all that pressure that he's got. Even with this rotation with Suki over there farming up that lane, he's still 2 levels ahead. The relics are on cooldown for bad grandpas, with only Suki having his beads up. But Matr Pectus has no beads up at the moment. Cullen is just proxying. I think he's been proxying the entire game. Does transform. Start getting the Fireside Scorpion, that does go down. The Fire Giant and Pyro will be respawning here soon. Do you have wards here that they walked over? Cullen, I mean Achilles' ult is forced. Giannis' ult is on the mark, but the Raijin is able to get out. Chobi gets a 2-man stun, which is pretty big. Suki coming in. I believe Apollo ulted on the Raijin for that kill.
Justice!
Suki and that Apollo rotation really won him that team fight. And then they did take the Fire Scorpion side down, so this is gonna be a pyro to the side of bad grandpas, I think. Looks like Cullen is gonna give it up. It should be a pretty free pyro. Ymir is still going in over here on this soul, walling her off, and I believe freezing her. The Blink Cullen ult coming in. He should be transformed. No, he used this too, so he's not going to transform. I think I would have held out. I think if you transform there, you get both kills on the Apollo as well. We're able to clean up the Ymir at least. Suki has caught up now, though. He is level 13. Longer though, just a little later. We're going to Cullen. Cullen's still a little bit ahead. I don't think that's a full level. That might just be half a level. This soul has a lot of player damage. I mean, Cullen has a lot of player damage, but he's been just kind of running that lane since the beginning of the game, so that's expected. I think at one point he was going to be tearing in between towers. Suki does have 2,000 gold in hand, so he's got to back and finish an item. If he tries to get in a fight now, they might. Hug coming out, Giannis is able to make it out. It was not his speed, so there was just not enough damage there. He still has his speeds. And his ult. Soul getting a lot of damage up on this Apollo. That Soul here does a lot of damage. Like the Ymir is trying to gank the Soul, but there was a ward. Well, that's a defensive ward, so I think the Soul just Neo. Might have been some communication. Well, I think some people want to see the damage. You want to show the damage for them? Giannis coming in. Giannis coming in right into an emerald. He immediately has to get out. Quick reaction by that damage is forcing the Giannis ult. They are going to try and pull this Gold Fury. Paula does have ult again. Yeah, he's gonna get this tower, and then I would imagine he's gonna ult in. Ymir falling. Capriel does come out. are able to clean up Chubby Ninja. There's the Apollo ult coming in, along with the Suki ult. Apollo and Suki just cleaning kills up here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this Capri dies. I don't think you're outrun a Suki. And they need to respect that Apollo. Apollo ult and that Suki ult coming in just to change that fight. Should be a pretty free goal Fury. Cullen does not have ult. I mean, he could always just do a Hail Mary steal. And he does not. That goes to the way of bad grandpas. That was pretty close though. Apollo is processing, so they're in damage. Apollo has really turned these fights.
On guard.
That is Giannis ult going off there. I don't know what that was. He trying to snipe a Raijin maybe? But Giannis says use his ult over there. I think they're playing a little bit more passive here. I think they understand that the next team fight is going to dictate Fire Giant. Ymir frozen the Raijin 3. Raijin 3 is down, and this Achilles is looking for a blink. I think he knows with that Nem there, the possibility of getting blown up is a little too high. It's like we are setting up the blink Capri misses, and then gets frozen. He has to use his ult on himself, as Bede's forced on the Raijin. A lot of damage on Chubby Ninja though. That's Raijin ult coming out, along with Suki. Really trying to kill this Capri here. Overcommits on the Capri and gets blown up. This Ymir, they should just collapse on this Ymir. This Ymir is out of position. This Nemesis finding the kill on Mace though. What do I know? I guess Mace was low. I believe that was just a blink too. Oh, this should be a pretty free kill for Buzz. Good calling and toaster on this Pyro. This is gonna be pretty free. It's gonna go to the side of Matr Pectus. So after all that is Matr Pectus that comes with the lead for that fight. Ymir getting that back off. 2 seconds earlier and they would have stopped him. The Capri does have Sunder now as a second relic. So that could be pretty big next time somebody commits to him. Apollo is going crit, and there's not a spectral yet. We'll see if that'll have an impact. Let's go. The next speed lead is not too big. It's pretty. These teams are pretty much evened out right now. I'll just have a lot of gold in hand though. There we go. Just spot a tier 2 crit item. The freeze coming out. No beads though. That's the Nemol coming out onto the Ymir. Takes the portal and he should be safe unless a blink comes in. Does have wing blade proc, so he's just speeding away. And I think that's a win for Bad Grandpa's. Ymir for Nemol. Although I do think they're gonna lose this T1 tower here. There is a ping on Fire Giant. They want to take this fight. They're taking a fight without... No, the ping is for the blink on the Suki. It forces his ult. was not his beast, that was the silence of the Antile, and they're still able to find a kill on him. Apollo does get pinged, so they do know he's there. Apollo hits the air. I do believe he's gonna go split push. I think he's gonna go split push because they know that they're gonna go for this fire giant, and if he split pushes, it might force one of them back. I have to defend. Carefree gets hugged. That Grandpa steals the fire giant. I believe that was the AASL that stole it. It is on this Phoenix. Apollo is melting this Phoenix. Cullen is trying to defend, but I don't think he's gonna be able to. That Yana stealing that fire giant, and they lose the Phoenix anyway. That's gotta be a blow to the Matr Pectus morale right now. That is really unfortunate. They played that very well, picking up Grandpa's players, and then they get nothing for it, and they lose the Phoenix. And now they're probably gonna lose Guild Fury here. Oh, Matr Pectus is able to secure it. At least they get Guild Fury. Mace may have been having a rough early game, but he clutched it up there. And I do believe it was the AASL that took it. I mean, it might have been something else. I want to believe that it was the AASL snipe.
You got the boy now!
The Suki damage is up there with this. That's literally 200 less damage than the Apollo. The Suki was having a rough early game, but he has picked it up. Suki's getting aggressive over here now. Kakullit might not know there's a Giannis and an Apollo behind him. Suki all being forced. I believe that was Apollo beads as well. He's not getting out of this one. They might be able to push this Phoenix down and just take the 4v5. They did have to use Suki ult, but I mean, it's still a 4v5. They're gonna take the tower, and then they're just gonna go for mid tower here. Play it safe, play it methodical. I'm gonna go for the tower and then buy around them back. Suki's looking for a pick. The Aegis! Aegis, that camper gaze is a little too powerful. I don't know, why was there the, I don't know, I'm not sure why there was an Aegis, not the beads. That was a misclick. That is a free Pyromancer, if ever I've seen one. The Fire Giant won't be up for a while, neither will Gold Fury, so this is technically a good thing for Matr Pectus. It's gonna let their Phoenix spawn, and it's gonna let them get XP. This bad Grandpas can't really force anything right now. So a little bit of breathing room for Matr Pectus. Let's go. The next speed lead has finally dipped into bad Grandpa's favor. It's nothing too major though. Matr Pectus is definitely still in this game. Chobi Ninja does have about, I think 5,000 damage. He was getting out damage by everybody but the Kepper. And this Phoenix should spawn pretty freely. This should be able to heal up quite a bit before any objective spawn. Looks like there might be a call to try and siege this Phoenix. They're certainly setting up for it. Capri to do was mainly use pop the anti proc. There's the blink. Blinky Miro baiting the Capri hug. Oh, he does get completely blown up.
Killing spree.
Overkill coming out of the soul.
Shut it down.
Capri body blocking the execute. Feeds forced out of the Suki. And the Giannis having to use his ult to retreat with his team. Right as Fire Giant is going to spawn here. Fire Giant has spawned. The blink comes out for the Giannis. Misses the root. Unfortunate. Phoenix does fall though. He did lose the Phoenix. They're bringing the players out. This is the Capri hug. He misses dashing in on the Achilles. Raijin getting aggressive on the Suki. Aegis should keep him safe. Bach is getting blown up. Misses the Capri hug again. Forces the beads on the Achilles. He's ulted over trying to get this Raijin. There's the Apollo and the Giannis ult. It's Aegis for the Giannis. And his beads actually. Giannis leading Echo. Beads coming out for the Apollo. It's the Aegis. Soul ult off the mark. Perfect Aegis to immune the damage on the Giannis too. Capri having a little dancing contest with Ymir. Capri getting sundered. He's gonna have his held off of that. It's a healthy boy. That's too off the mark again on the soul. I believe they're just buying time here for Titan damage. Yeah, the Shamir and the Shanas are just stopping back zero at this point. It's a little bit of damage, nothing too major. But that is some damage to the Titan. I think they are going to start Fire Giant. That Grand Pulse isn't Fire Giant, and I don't think Modern Practice can get there in time. Well, there is a pause coming in. I don't think Modern Practice gets here in time for this Fire Giant defense. So, let's see which. Hopefully it's nothing too major, and the set isn't decided by a forfeit. The young pause coming in. Yeah, I don't think they get here in time. If he does have a blink, he might put a blink in and get some, but I say there's no way this Capri steals it with that. Both teams are just gonna retreat and reset, so should be able to push up that left lane. Or, yeah, there's the ping for it. I think that was the ping to push up left side. They're not going to push it. They're just going to wait for them to show up. It's going to be a Gold Fury for free to the side of background pawns. It is not Oni, though. Their ping is coming out. They try to figure out what is the best plan of offense here. It's a good route. Just used to proc his ensign, put it on cooldown. They're gonna be sieging down mid. That's a 3 freeze. But he gets sundered and hugged. He misses the Capriel. This is the Capriel on himself. And then Mace just completely deletes Raijin. Not quite in range with the execute.
Your Titan is under attack.
Giannis putting that soul in range for that Sukiya. This should be game here. Game 1 goes to Bad Grandpa's. I want to think that if that Capri lands that ult on himself, that plays out a little bit different. But that was a close game. I mean, Matr Pectus had a lead for most of that match. Just that Giannis snipe on the Fire Giant while they still lost Phoenix. I don't think this Giannis. I don't know. They bet you the Giannis be a follow here for sure. Here. Even player damage on the carries. Raijin not doing a whole lot of damage compared to the Giannis. It's pretty. The damage is pretty evened out aside from the mid laners. Engo did get a little bit more damage than Chubby Ninja, but nothing as crazy as 10,000 more, like in mid lane. Probably see a different mid laner here coming out of shell. Who was doing really good early game. He was kind of bullying Mace in the laning phase. We're just waiting here for game 2. I'm gonna set it up and get into picks and bounds. Hey, hey Monster, you alright there, man? There's like a whole lot of static coming out of your mic right now, buddy.
Yo, what's up, buddy? No, I'm good. I've just got you guys muted, so I don't have dual audio coming in from the stream.
Oh no, there was a lot of static coming out of your mic, but you're good on though.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a pretty good set so far. That was a pretty exciting game 1. It's an unfortunate Capri out there at the end. Just gonna be taking a little quick break in between matches, but we'll get in here soon. All right, guys, we're back with picks and bans. Here for game 2. Have to imagine they ban either Giannis or Apollo, not both. But Apollo was really turning team fights, and that Apollo this would allow him to split push without Phoenix. Still ban coming in for bed grandpas. I expected Apollo or Giannis bed here. Tiamat. Tiamat a little too strong to be let through. I banned the Nemesis here. The Nemesis was causing a whole lot of trouble. Ben coming in on a setback. Iron bet. Buzz does like to play Chiron, so I'm curious to they're planning on top picking. We ban the Chiron. And there is the Giannis ban. Really don't like having to chase a Giannis around.
Me booty is the best booty.
The Sobek top pick.
The moon will purify this land.
For Matr Pectus. Doing a little too much damage to be giving a bad grandpas, I think. This could be a jungle or a solo. A little bit of flex pick here.
Warriors, to battle!
Jan her locked in. The side of Matr Pectus.
Another performance already. I guess they can't get enough of me.
See Apollo making that appearance again. Picks ends are a little bit slower. They're being a little bit more methodical now after game one.
For Camelot! For Avalon!
King Arthur locked in. Hey, Ymir, running it down with Ymir again. I like it. You're over on the other side now, though. It's a pretty aggressive duel lane that Modern Practice has drafted so far. An ESET ban coming up. Looks like they're trying to ban out a little bit of Misa's God Pool. Spot with the Scylla ban. Agni ban coming in. But one Orthodox. Agni doing a whole lot of damage from really far away. Good CC. And there's the Alquag ban again.
Woohoo!
Some of the comp being locked in here relatively safe. Pretty good into King Arthur as long as you can attack your son Arthur spin consistently.
Now to find a soulmate.
That is an Aphrodite locked in. This is gonna be we're in for an interesting game here. See how Matr Pectus responds to this Aphrodite in this rat. Merlin, yeah. Maybe an Alpage? I don't know. Just saying. Alpage could be big. Think an Alpage game just, I mean, an Alpage pick just wins them the game here. Merlin is locked in. We have our teams here. It's going to be from game two. Merlin does do a lot of damage. Fair enough. And here we are with game 2. 1-0. The bad grandpa side. But it was a pretty close game last game. So hopefully this could be a even better game than that. Some pretty standard starts so far. Show him the honor. Santa time on the mid laners. Was hammered on the jungles. Pretty standard starts everywhere. Afro does have beads. I mean, not beads. She has ages and not beads. I think is absolutely the right call. Because if you ages Suki's ult, he kind of doesn't really have an ult.
Minions have spawned.
I like this ages out of this Afro. Is a blink Subek. I love seeing those. Blink Subek with blink Amir. See Merlin getting cleared here a little bit. Suki is here before the rat, so that should give them the neutral camps. Wukong got pressure in this Arthur. There's the blink Selbek pluck. That looked like he did it between minions, as though it was a little impressive. To get damage on the Ymir. Arthur getting pressure now on this Wukong. I'm clearing him. I'm getting good poke on him. Impel is off the mark and the whip just showed up, so this should be free pressure for bad grandpas. Wukong entering, and now he's got pressure and nearly killing this Arthur. Just going back and forth here. His blink is on cooldown, so he did use that at some point. Like this Wukong gets to end up with pressure now. This strat is looking to gank this dual lane. I believe it was called out. Might be waiting for the purple invade, and if this rat doesn't pay attention and this Suki comes up behind the rat, this could be trouble for this rat. Although I don't think they realize that, and he stopped red buff. I believe he was ping, and this Suki is coming. The blink. This rat does not have beads. This rat does have beads. I mean blink. The solo, no, a trade in the solo lane. Aphrodite getting this rat out. Unfortunately, this Merlin was not in a position to intercept this rat. That's a little bit caught out. His dash is down. Stun, that's the on her slow. The rat's not coming in for peel. That was a big Ymir freeze. This Ymir freeze might have got him out. I believe it did. Merlin is here for peel now. That was a 3-man Ymir freeze to get that on her out. Shabadin is able to find a kill on the Suki. Raston's off the mark, but the Afro is not. A bit almost overcommitted there.
Can't catch me.
Merlin did hold his beads that entire time, though. He still has beads up. And that was cutting it close. Good fry me out of the kill lane. Yuki ult coming out. This should be a kill. This should be enough damage. That is a successful gank to the side. Matr Pectus.
Ooh, close one.
On her, almost soloing Buzz over here. And his Apollo, his beads are on cooldown, so on her forced the Apollo beats and almost soloed him. Like he is pinging the Wukong. Weary of a rotation more than likely, but Wukong is just heading back to lane. Isuki is getting collapsed on. The Apollo is in the air, but he's coming after the honor. Rattled coming, that's the beads out the Suki being forced. That's Sobek ult. They should be up. That is 3 ults for bad grandpas, and there was no kills. And I believe only Suki used beads there. Wukong, bullying this Arthur a little bit. There is low on mana. And this should be coming up. Sobek pluck coming in. The flicker should get him out. Beyond her getting aggressive here. Buzz is winning this trade even through the honor roll. Yeah, Buzz getting a solo kill on this honor. Miguel's coming in for the Buzz. Mez, perfectly timed Mez, he held up. Oh, it's up getting over there and he landed that. Wukong is rotated in. Wukong is behind the Afro. You're ulting. You got cut off. That's a blink stun. Perfect. That's Afro ult and rattle. Wukong go for the immunity. Waits out the ages. That's a perfect Wukong gank. Arthur coming in now. He is here now though. That's the beads being forced out of the Arthur. There's that Apollo ult again, changing the side of the fight. That's an on the mark. It's gonna be enough damage. Yeah, this Apollo ult, again, same thing in game 2. If they're not gonna ban the Apollo, I want to see them picking up the Chernobog so they can respond to this. Rad ganking here on the Wukong. He's got no way. Misses the stun though. Wukong does not have ult up yet. Suki ult coming in, trying to buy time, peeling for the Wukong. There's the Wukong ult. Misses the stun, misses the Wukong ult, but turns the stun for the Arthur. Zova comes in and nearly kills the Suki. He is able to pick him up. Well, they are able to get a kill in mid lane on mates. This is a 2 for 1. Are jumping in aggressively. And in the end, well, that's Beads forced. Yeah, I believe most of that ult was missed. I think Bus is gonna win this one. Yeah. And I don't. The Apollo has a full trance already. I do think that Honor would have won that if he's got a full trance, but should have recognized that Apollo has a full trance. Gold Scorp does get dropped, so Gulfstream will be spawning here in a few.
Hello.
Here for the invade, that was a perfect blink style because he had to turn around there, kind of almost 180. Rat is coming back, and it looked like Merlin was rotating, but then he changed his mind, decided to get his wave instead. Arthur isn't a 1v2 currently. This is Rat is kind of staying back. Suzuki ult is a kill on the Arthur. I don't know if that was miscommunication. He was playing that like Rat was going to back him up, but Rat was kind of just chilling in the back. I mean, he is low on mana. Maybe the Arthur did not know that. Do lose the solo T1 tower, and Wukong is able to steal the blue buff. You are pulling gold here. Oliver should be able to catch that here in a second. There is nobody to contest, so he's going to try and go for the ult steal maybe. Is the ult coming out? No, bad Grandpa's does secure him. It's a pretty free goal going to the way of bad Grandpa's. And freeze into the Afro. Boss should be coming out here soon. Distant. If that wall was a little bit closer, then they would force her relic or her ult.
This won't miss.
Coming out here on Buzz. So that was in early ages. Yeah. There's no divine on this Merlin as of yet, so most of the poke that he gets is just going to be healed up by this 100% cooldown Afro, who should be back in here finishing her cooldown with 2,500 gold in hand. Oh, she does not get Chronos finish. She gets Rod instead, definitely for more damage. Arthur invading anyway. Sopa coming in for the solo kill. He said, don't worry, I want a solo kill as well. Realizing that that on her is just doing a little bit too much damage.
Not today.
He's still trying to get that kill. Nope. The Apollo ult that should be cleaning up that on her though. That's a perfect wall. That is a perfect wall. Not a nestle there. Pushing the beads. There's a Tiger stun. The Merlin damage. Spins right back into the Merlin vortex. A wrong turn there a little bit. That was a beautiful wall coming out of the Ymir. That's just happening left and right here. This Merlin does have a divine now, though. Should be helping them out a lot. This golden XP lead has been steadily climbing to the favor of bad grandpas. Nothing too major yet, but hopefully Modern Pectus has some kind of response to that. I does have 1800 gold in hand, so I'd imagine he's trying to back here and not trying to fight, so it would be to the benefit of Modern Pectus to try and force a fight here. Especially now that this Merlin has anti-heal. Shoppy Ninja going for that early Magi's look. That's good poke. That should be good poke. That's a Sobek pluck off the mark. Chubby Ninja in the air, and so is Apollo. This Merlin is in trouble. Instead decides to land on the Honor, who has to use beads and Aegis. Beads coming out of Apollo. Fortune, most of that Honor was off the mark. Grandpa is able to clean it up. We've got M-Tons and the Wukong in the backline, just cleaning up himself. Arthur is out of mana. They absolutely should be getting aggressive on him. There it is. This bad Grandpa's team has just separated a little bit too much after winning that team fight. A little bit more miscommunication. Lynn and Honor are able to push that T1 in mid down. Might be some calls for Pyro here. They're kind of setting up for this for these objectives here on the red side. I don't imagine they go for Fire. It's for Pyro. Well, this Sobek is showing up. Pectus is able to secure that. I have no idea what this is. Oh, well, I mean, there we go. A little bit of lag coming up. This Merlin is running into the wall. Maybe that's what it is. Should be a pause coming out, I imagine. Sobek is hitting the DC Merlin. That's a little bit of BM. There's usually some respect to that. If you see someone DC, just don't hit them. Sobek does not care. Wants to get that win. But Ninja DC, yeah. Chef and D-Clive have DC'd. Downside does not care. It's unfortunate for Modern Pectus there because they kind of had that Sobek a little bit. Could have gotten a little bit more damage on him. Both teams have agreed to walk away and reset once everybody loads back in. So this Merlin is not in danger. We're just gonna reset after everyone else is back in. I hope they can load back in on the servers, didn't just die. Please load. There we go. We got Merlin loading back in. And we're just waiting for the for the honor to load back in. And I'm loading Merlin DC'd again. Ninja did load in, so I'm just waiting on Merlin on the honor. There's the honor. I'm just waiting on the Merlin. That's a screenshot I remember I saw him. We have all the players loaded back in, and I do believe they're just going to reset and not fight anymore. They do decide to unpause. It looks like they're just resetting. Taking me on here, walking over to make sure. He might start this Gold Fury. Might just start it and see how Pectus responds. And they are completely oblivious to it. I think this honor is going to realize in time. I think he's realized it, but I think it's a little too late at this point. That could be chalked up to the DC, but because all of Matr Pectus back off that reset. A beautiful honor stun coming out onto the red. That was a perfect stun. Always in the air. I don't imagine him ult again, but he's in the air flying around. He's gonna go push up right side. So he is gonna decide to push up right side. Now that they've engaged in the middle. Gonna go and split push.
3 overall.
Arthur and the Selvac are trying their best to get away. Almost a perfect on her pillar there for the body block.
Double kill.
That is Matr Pectus cleaning up bad grandpas. He has back to defend this Phoenix. Don't want a repeat of game 1. Oh, there's a 4-level lead on this Apollo. I don't think he's trying to. He should not be leaving that Phoenix to fight, man. Should have just defended. Yeah. He gets his Phoenix now because he walked out, I think. They don't even get the Fire Giant off of that. They're gonna get another free Phoenix. They're just struggling to deal with this Apollo. I don't think he's gonna be able to. He's gonna try to back. Should've just gone for it. Beads being burned. I don't know. That was an amazing impale again. It's on her just impaling people left and right. He did burn his beads there, so I think he was trying to get a final kill on Ymir before he died. And that's why he burned his beads, even though he knew he was dead. So he did burn his beads for nothing there. Had to play it careful. Subject being frozen, but nothing too major. He should be out. Oh, it's going crit again, and there's no spectrals over to the side. There's a Sukiel. There's a Tiger Stun on the Arthur.
Killing spree.
Rock is being caught out here. There was absolutely nobody to even help him. Should be trying to force a Fire Giant here. And this Apollo, I would imagine, is going to go straight back to split pushing. This Fire Giant happens. I don't think they realize that Rat and Afro are behind their backliners. They pushed up a little too far, and Mace was able to clean up on the Merlin. Zobek's getting a kill on their carry right now. They pushed a little too far, and they left their backline completely alone. Afro on Rat played that perfectly by swooping around. Like to, there is no Ankh in this game, even though there is an Afro. Afro is 1 in 5, I guess they realize that it's not too big of an issue. So much ward coverage for Modern Pectus here at Fire Giant, but none on the back. Which, I mean, why would you?
Get away!
Ymir burning the Magi's. It's a win.
A strong bond.
It's free Magi's. There is going to crit now, but he does not have any online yet. Pulling Pyro here. Another freeze coming up. Job being out without that Magi's up. Has to ult. Because they burned that Magi's earlier, so he has to ult here. Just Sobek pluck on the Merlin, who did get sundered as well. Suki ult on the Rat. Aegis will keep him safe, but from 3 people. It's an Apollo ult onto the backline. Is able to clean up the on her. Aegis will keep him safe from that Ymir ult. No, he's linked to the. That's a beautiful wall. Got the Afro link on him, but that wall separated him, and he couldn't keep walking. To knock up to save that Ymir. That's a blink from the Sobek to peel for the Arthur. The heal will keep him safe.
Another
This Matr Pectus front line is, along with the support, is just leaving their back line. That's the second team fight. Merlin just got picked off after he got plucked because everybody just left him, and then the Apollo just ulted on the honor.
Back off.
Cardinal Ward's on Fire Giant now, so those will have to be reset. All the big Cardinal Ward's on Oni Fury now. I think Grandpa's has pulled Oni. They are on Oni. And I think Modern knows this, so they're just gonna go for a Fire Giant and try to burn it. I don't think I imagine he's just gonna stay in the air to either try to steal or buy time. Able to steal, jumps into your mural, and gets picked off. Unfortunate. I think maybe they should have just let that one go. Now they're in a 5v4. Apollo did burn his ult. He's in the air right now. I think they're gonna walk down mid here. Alright, a 5v4, so I think they might try and force this Phoenix. We have minions coming up right behind them. The backdoor protections will be taken off. A blink stun coming out of the Wukong onto the Apollo, creating distance. Sasuke following him, forces the Afro ult to try and keep that Apollo alive. They're getting try to buy some time. Apollo cleaning up the honor, but then Apollo does. Raise has forces relics on the Afro. There's the rat blink coming back in. The rat is now in. It's a good stun. Power is able to finish him. They're still not able to get this Phoenix. Player damage. All of Matr Pectus almost has bleeding and damage. They're just not able. Just trading. They're just not able to get either team is just not able to get objectives. Structures. This game is pretty even though. It's an 1800 goal difference at 27 minutes, and this game is basically even. Matter of fact, this does have most of the wards on Fire Giant, but I think at this point, without Fire Giant or Gold Fury, they take the support. They're trying to swoop around, maybe. So they're just pushing up right side. We're just going for towers. I think they realize the background pause is pushed up a little bit more than they are. Not gonna do a base raise. Okay. This Merlin, there's a lone Merlin standing at a Phoenix. They're not gonna do a base raise. I think they're going for a base raise. This Merlin is literally just trying to buy time. Afro back, realizing that Merlin has bought some time.
Under attack.
So has the Arthur.
Your Titan is under attack.
Going for the base raise. Merlin putting out damage on this rat, but it's just not enough. I think this Apollo's doing a lot of damage. Octus is able to clean up the carry, but it's not enough. Base race will go to Matr Pectus. Merlin buying enough time there. That was completely calculated, keep in mind. Merlin doing a lot of damage this game, nearing 30k. It's a very strong performance coming out of Matr Pectus. That's a very good game too by them, by the entire team. This will be going to a game 3. Base race, then game 2. I thought. Chef was looking a whole lot better on this Merlin than that Ryzen though. There's a complete difference. Alright guys, we're getting into the picks and bans for game 3. The Giannis ban again. They really don't want to deal with that Giannis from game 1 again. got an Apollo ban. They really don't like dealing with that split pushing Apollo. The Giannis and Apollo ban. Pretty standard bans coming out of bad grandpas. Just Tiamat and Athena. The Chernobog ban. Just ban the other global. They really don't have to deal with split pushing. I respect it, nobody does. Set ban. There is not a Kwang ban in this game. So let's see if Matr Pectus picks that up.
The
Well,
moon
it's
will
open. First time
purify
it's,
this land.
Suki, a little bit of a flex. Could be solo. Could be jungle.
You only hit what you aim at.
There's the Caravan locked in. If you're being hovered, here it is locked in. See how Matr Pectus responds here.
May the gods of Valkyrie surround you!
Noted. Lock it in the Chiron? I like it. It's gonna be an interesting game. They're gonna pick up a mid laner to play around this Odin cage. Lock it in the Geb. Okay, Geb is just a regular safe pick. You can never go wrong with Geb, and Geb is very annoying in team fights. You're a frontliner.
I'm a monster!
Scylla being locked in. We would like to see a little bit more damage coming out of Modern Practice. I think with the Scamp Odin, they're lacking a little bit of DPS. So hopefully that gets rounded out with their next two picks. Soul ban followed by a Wheelix ban. You do not want your Odin to be getting pulled. Merlin ban. They did not like Chef's Merlin last game. A little bit too much damage. Rat bat coming in. That's a little surprising that they banned the rat. I think they were having too much issues with that rat.
Say my name 3
Hercules
times
being
fast,
locked in.
and I'll punch you in the face.
I've
Be
got
pretty
my
aggressive
eye on
solo lane.
you.
There's the whole yield for the Odin cage. I like it. I like the synergy there. Raw ult. Raw with Gab. It's gonna be pretty hard to kill that Raw. We'll say that. I would imagine Bad Grandpa is gonna have to try and dive this way. Nike and a Hercules. Is this a Hercules support? I know Brownside likes to play these aggressive supports. I think this is gonna be a Herc support, and this Nike that's being Harvard is gonna be a solo.
Take pleasure in the crushing of one's enemies.
Oh, no, the Robin. Okay. Oh yeah, they already have Ymir. I saw that. Getting a little too hungry. Robin, which is pretty interesting. It'd be an interesting solo lane. Hercules can interrupt the Odin 3. Right, this is gonna be God's locked in for the final game. This is gonna be game 3. Alright, so we got some pretty standard builds coming out here. So you got a Bluestone on the Chiron. That's still on the OE. This Odin does have beads, so I think he knows that this Hercules does pose a threat.
Minions have spawned.
I have 3 blinks to the side of Bad Grandpas. I like it. It's 1 blink to the side of Modern Practice coming out of the gap. Bad Grandpas are getting a little aggressive pretty early on. A lot of aggression with that Ymir and that Chiron. Should have taken some damage there.
The heat bears down upon strike.
Hercules in a little bit of trouble here. Getting very low. I think Odin realizing that the wave was doing a little bit too much damage for him to fully commit. Oh, and the beads gets baited. Robin does have his blink down, but it looks like he's posturing to gank this Odin. So Robin is unable to gank the Odin, and this Robin is just standing here wasting time while the Sugi's gathering XP. He needs to be careful about how much time he spends there. The Sugi does have a little bit of a lead on the Robin now, but it shouldn't be anything too major. Robin did back, he was not able to get tier 2 boots, whereas Suki does have full boots now though.
Take them out.
The Odin dropping in. That's a big bird bomb. Misses the stun.
There's no escape.
There's a Robin gank in the dual lane over on left side. Root on the mark. He should be out. Now the Suki and the Ra are coming in. Good response from Matr Pectus, even when their mid laner showed up. Suki invading purple buff. Now Ymir's gonna try to defend this. See if he's able to secure it. Here's the freeze. I believe Matr Pectus, I think that gap shield let the Suki and the auto attack for the steal. That was a perfect gap shield coming out of nothing.
The sand rises.
Ela gonna get her, misses the stun though, unfortunate. Might have been a kill, even though the counter beats are up. That without a follow up, that might have still been a kill. Good damage, good poke on the Suki. And right into the Robin, had no idea this could be a kill. Chibir should have cut him off. This is the freeze! That's a big miss. That is unfortunate. Brown side missing the freeze, so that Suki is able to get out. He did have beads up, but you don't know. Okay, Geb's getting a little aggressive here, maybe trying to steal. I believe Geb blink ulted over on that red buff. Quickly is ulting over on this Odin, getting him very low. Suki cleaning up the Ymir. Another invade going to the side of Matr Pectus. Looks like Matr Pectus has their early game rotations locked down. Not just for this game, but for the previous games as well.
Time you die.
Robin is behind his Odin, but he was just looking for a steal. He has no idea that that camp is going to be coming up very soon, but he could not afford to wait. But it does have cage, and Suki is rotating over.
Take them out.
This is the stun. It's the beads again. Here is ganking this OE. His OE has no idea, but this Geb is trying to get in range of helping him out. I think that Gap shield's a little early, but it doesn't matter. Because, well, Gap showed up. Oh. The tower and ult able to just clean up the whole Yi. Odin is getting ganked over there, though. Do believe he made it out. Yeah, he is under tower. He's failed gank on the Odin as well. Ymir is rotating over to duel again. He could not get there fast enough. Engo just cleaning up buds. Did have to use ult. That is Suki ult down. Getting good poke on the Ymir. Scylla is showing up. She's got to be careful with that Ymir freeze. That's going to be a lot of damage coming out of the Scylla. But not able to get the back off. Jumps up and down. I think he trades 1 for 1. That's really all you could ask for. He played that perfectly. Our Pectus is invading the red buff as well. Ooh, 2-man freeze. The Scylla does land on the Raw, but the Gift Shield ate most of that.
Killing spree.
We're not able to trade supports. Robin was able to see the speed buff though, so I mean there was something there. Even though Matr Pectus cleaned up some kills and still their entire left side. I think this has been the game where Scorpions have gone alive the longest. Usually by now one of the Scorpions would have been down. Matr Pectus has been a little busy invading though. And there we go. As I say that, they go for the Scorpion. Odin winning this fight here. He does get pushed in a tower, but he should be fine. Still getting that kill, doesn't care. Getting that solo kill on that Hercules as Odin. He jumping in aggressively, lands the stun. Yeah, it is here for backup. Stuns him into the whole yield, but speed should get him out. I don't think the Suki ult is necessary, but kind of Captain Buzz here a little bit. They've been invading his buffs, he's 1 and 2. They're invading the camps again, still purple. Yeah, red. Gab just rolling around, really just having fun, I think. It's coming in, but he should be fine. The Robin ult gets committed to him, a little bit questionable in that ult. I don't know what the call was there. The full health Gab with his shield. But this Scylla is doing a lot of damage now to him. He's really trying to keep this tower.
The heat bears down upon you.
Gold Fury is up now though, so they have to be careful on these rotations to a duo now. Matr Pectus has been winning these pretty easily. If they win another one, it could mean Gold Fury to their side. They're kind of flexing for it now. They're posturing for it. Suki just getting some poke on that Geb. Might not look like much, but if they start a fight, it's gonna make a difference. They do start the go through. They know that they've started it. Everybody's rotating in. Here's the Geb ult. Suki ult. Ult completely erases Brown side. Put a poke on Engo. Slowed. Robin might catch him because of it. They're still going to go for it. They're still going to make the call for Gold Fury. Don't have Raw ult for secure, and they do have Scylla ult. They need to be careful with this. think they realize that. They're gonna drop gold.
Killing spree.
Another solo kill over in solo lane. Sometimes just kind of bullying this Hercules on Odin.
The heat bear.
He knows that Robin is there. Immunes the stun. That was perfect. Nothing comes of it. Does have a little bit of a lead on the Pyro. Looks like they're going to start this Valkyrie up again. Dude have raw ult this time. I can't help him secure it. Robin is not here. Robin is... The Suki ult coming. Suki and Geb ult on the Scylla. Completely erases the Scylla. The stun and the whole ult on the Ymir is able to clean him up. This is the Robin ult. That comes in for the peel and helps him get out. That should be a free Valkyrie. Aaron's back and they're letting it go. They know this Valkyrie is free. Water Pectus is looking very dominant right now in this game. Very dominant. We're winning in every lane really. You got Odin getting solo kills and they're the Suki just invading boss on cooldown.
This won't miss.
They're gonna go for the Fire Scorpion now. That power and that Fire Giant on the map, get it in play. They can push their lead a little bit further.
The heat bears down upon you.
The sand rises.
Bathe in the glow.
So and Ymir are coming for this if they want to contest this. Speeds burned on Raw, even through the shield, a little bit of miscommunication. Body block wall into the Scylla ult. That was a perfect wall for outside. Immunity is not enough to get him out. Hercules is here though, beats the Dragon Strike though, and was not able to peel because of that. There's the Odin case, the Hercules is locked in. There is a Phantom Pop, but it's not enough. Would like to point out that this is normally, in that fight would normally be when that Apollo lands and turns the fight. There is no Apollo for this game. And it's free Pyro. And that was played perfectly too when they caught the gap out of position. And they still end up losing for it. They're just committing too many ults on the gap.
This won't miss.
Would like to see them maybe setting up a Fire Giant now. There are no wards on fire right now. Just walking towards it, he might drop a ward. He's just walking around. He did just see Hercules pushing up a wave, and they are rotating towards him. The Suki and the Skip are gonna cut him off. If Odin gets there in time with that cage, could be another kill. They don't even need the cage. There was a Sunder, Gable down the Sunder, that's why. Missed the stun though. The Bird Bomb isn't to finish it off. Oyi and Raw are a little bit... Was that the Aegis? Yeah, there was Aegis. Oh, yeah, this level was on the mark. It was just an Aegis. There's an Aegis out of the Oyi and Immune the Robin. Not enough damage. Not enough damage on the Robin. We have them on the back foot though, and Odin and Geb are coming in through the back. Blake's past the Geb knockup, right into an Odin. It's a double freeze. That should be enough to get him out. No, it's not. No, it's not, because Hoyi takes geometry. cage in. That's a suit guild into the cage. I think that's only 7 ages. But he did it. That should be tier 1 anti too, I think. Hercules is kind of coming over here, but I don't think he's gonna. Yeah, he should just be off getting form while they get these towers. I don't think he does much here. I mean, they don't have backdoor protections. There's no minions in there, so. Jumps the boulder. It doesn't matter. Still steal some camps on the way out. That's a blink hurt coming up. There's the Geb shield. It's the Geb ult. Raw hits the Hercules, but not the Ymir. It's still gonna be enough. Scylla did see a red buff, and she might be trying to cut these off. Yeah, I think she knows. There's a lot of damage coming out of the Scylla. Lands the Hoi stun. I think she does a little bit more damage than him.
Watch your step.
There is only one Phantom to the side of bad grandpas. The support has not picked one up yet, or a second really. So I'm curious as to see if they're going to pick up 2 Phantoms or just the one. 6,000 gold and XP lead to the side of Matr Pectus. That's a decent lead. Nothing too game breaking yet, but it's getting there. Looks like they're going to give up Gold Fury. I want to imagine that Chiron saw that or at least heard it. I think they're just going to give it up. It's only Primal, it's not Oni. Devil coming out. Brawled off the mark. Still used for the movement speed. She should be getting out. Hercules and Robin are able to clean up the Suki though. They do have the cage, but they do have the Phantom by the side of Hercules. And there's the Phantom. He is in mid. He is cut off from the rest of the team. He cannot rotate in. Has to take the long way around, but they are able to clean up Toby Ninja. So that is a jungle for jungle, but Suki was worth a lot more. So that is a good trade to the side of Bad Grandpas. The Giddy up is used, goes on cooldown. Still doing a lot of damage to this Odin. They are gonna start Pyromancer. I think they know this Chiron's looping around them though. Using Raw heal to heal up. Stabs into the Scylla Crush a little bit though. Unfortunate. And we have a pause along with a surrender vote. Oh, and go DC'd. I wonder if they killed. How long has he been DC'd? DC'd. That is very unfortunate. Hopefully he did not DC when they killed him. That would be very unlucky. Because I think Robin got that kill, and the 1 and 3 Robin is now 1 level ahead of the 7 and 1 Suki, who's been invading buffs on cooldown off of that shutdown XP and gold. Suki's leading game in player damage. Hoi right behind him. A lot of damage coming out of that Hoi. special. Right, there we go. It looks like Engo's power went out, so we had to wait for him to for his power to come back and his internet to come back. It looks like they're good now. The blink pull, that was a perfect gamble. That that was so. I don't even blame the whole for using beat there. This was just like a little bit of spectator lag. That was a perfect gap shield. That was kind of crazy. Still ult a little too early. I think they noticed the crush coming in though, too early as well. It's a good win there for Matr Pectus. Resetting, getting back in the group of the game after that little break. Looks like they're gonna. The fire jet is warded and it's up, so they're just trying to farm a little bit here. Maybe get their buffs before they try to fire. And that greatest Scorpion with that extra attack speed on his buff is very big on hunters. Huge buff. Geb did just see Chiron back, so he calls that out, and he's got Blink up. Blink is up, along with Thunder. He's gonna be looking for Blink. Yeah, there it is. Cage off the mark, unfortunate. Gabbled off the mark. A little bit of a sloppy fight coming out of Matr Pectus. Looking to just reset here, and I think Background Plus knows that. That Odin does have max cooldown, and that cage is not on a long cooldown. Should have that cage up pretty quickly. Hercule coming out, a lot of damage on the whole yeet thanks to the Scylla. But Ymir running in, freezing, big Scylla ult, Ymir taking way too much damage. Suki ult on the Scylla, Robin doesn't need no bra. Ult on the Robin. Ninja does go fall to the whole yeet. I believe Odin does have Scylla in a cage. Not get away from the Odin. So Hercules does have Phantom, but it looks like there was not close to the zone. We're able to catch Hercules. See if they have the damage. They should have the damage for this. He's not going anywhere. That's way too much CC. Chiron did back, or I don't know. Maybe Chiron died. I don't even know what just happened to Chiron. Looks like they're going to pull Fire Giant. They should be relatively free. You should be able to do this. Might go. Chiron and Ymir should go for Oni here. I think that is the call. They're going to go for Oni. That is Fire Giant going to Matr Pectus. I'd like to see them group up. Maybe push these waves first, and then group up and take some towers. This has been a pretty steady incline on Matr Pectus side for gold and XP. Been having a pretty dominant lead for most of the game. Like they did clear the mid and left Oni waves, but the right way they're still pushing. But it's backing, maybe to go and clear that. That is the ping for the right wave. I think they're going to push these waves up before they go for the tower.
This won't miss.
Taking on the Ymir. They're going to push this right tower. Should go down pretty quickly here. And then I do think they're going to go for the mid tower unless they see this Chiron. Chiron has started backing, so probably will go for this mid tower. The cage coming as the Phantom burned. Gamble. It's a lot of damage on the Robin. Miracle's coming out. Just throw it in there.
Killing spree.
Suki is able to clean up the Ymir. Robin has come back into the backline. Suki's getting a double. Called off the mark. So they're just creating distance at this point while they get the... They're just creating space while they get the Phoenix. The Phoenix does go down the mid lane. Frontliner doing his job perfectly. Just buying time. We are going to go for the right Phoenix. They do have minions pushed in for the back door protections to be off. Crush is off the mark, but he is able to jump over that. That is a pretty big win for him. That would have been like half his health. He is out focusing the Phoenix tower. He's getting a kill. He's switching back to the Phoenix. That is both Phoenixes. It does finally go down. Those gap shields are not. But that's how low that cooldown is. He just got his ult back. He started this team fight with his ult, and it looks like he's ending it with his ult. Call has been made to finish to go for the finish. And this half dead. Oh, he is still full health. And at a third now, that's raw. That should be that's game. That's 2-1 in the favor of Matr Pectus.
Stay composed. Do not let
It's
them
29-7. This is a pretty. Oh, it's a very dominant game. I'm going to reverse sweep, you mean? That was a very good showing coming out of Matr Pectus for that game 3. I mean, they were dominant the whole game through. A lot of damage coming out of this jungle and this whole game. Like 8,000 damage coming out of the Robin jungle. Maybe I think the Robin's a little too. Maybe a different jungle would have had a bigger impact. And that was a very good set. That was, I think, even though it was 2-1, I think Matr Pectus was very dominant in all 3 games. I think the one game that lost was just an unfortunate split push and a Yana snipe. So, I don't believe we're doing any interviews for this game. What is, I don't know if any people would like to do an interview. I do believe we have a game tomorrow. I think it's just one game. Let me just make sure for you guys really quick. I think there is one game tomorrow. It's an upper division game. going to be Saucy Kings versus 8 tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys come back for that. But other than that, there's a 2-to-1 set going to the favor of Modern Pectus. So hope to catch you guys tomorrow.
Bye.